Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world, or whatever time you'll be watching this video. So, guys, some breaking news for you today. Now, the United States will be freezing immigrant visa processing for 75 countries, including Iran, Russia, and Jamaica. Now, what do you call immigrant visas? Now, immigrant visas are for permanent residency, like, getting a green card, which allows you to live and work indefinitely in the United States, while the non immigrant visas are for temporary stays for specific purposes, like tourism, which is a B1, B2, or the visitor's visa. Your to study, which is the F1 visa, or a temporary work visa, which is the H1B, which requires proof that you will return home. Now, starting January 21st, 2026, the US State Department will pause all immigrant visa processing for people from the list of 75 countries, and that some of these again will include Somalia, Russia, Iran, Afghanistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Thailand, Jamaica, and others, while it reassesses screening procedures. Now, the pause is indefinite. There's no set end date, and consulates will refuse visas under existing law while procedures are reviewed. So, no new applications for green cards, basically. So the policy is tied to what they call public charge concerns, right? So officials say the move is aimed at enforcing and tightening a long-standing part of US immigration law that bars visas to applicants deemed likely to rely on public benefits. And some factors could include age, health, finances, and more. So basically, they're going to say if you are too old, or if they consider you overweight, or if whomever is filing for you, they don't show that they have sufficient funds to basically take care of whomever or however many people that they are applying for. So, does it affect non immigrant visas? Some reports suggest that the main focus is on immigrant visas or green cards and long term immigration, and not the short term tourist and business visas. However, details are still emerging and could vary by consulate. And as you guys know, if it affects one, it is going to affect the other. So, especially for my Jamaican peeps, boy, a lot, just keep your monies in the bank. Keep your monies in the bank, because at this point I really think it is pointless for you to go and try to get a visa. And even though the World Cup is supposed to be happening in the US, and some people will be interested in going, no, keep your monies in your pockets, watch the World Cup on TV. Now, what this could mean for visitors and countries. So, for travelers from the affected countries, immigration visas are halted. Now, people planning to move to the US, for either family reunification, permanent residency from the listed countries may have applications delayed or denied indefinitely. And I know the other day something came up where Trump was saying, like, overweight people, they don't want to allow overweight people in the country. So if based on your BMI you're deemed to be, overweight or obese, mark you, they're gonna want to deny you from getting your green card. Now, tour and business travel uncertainty. So, if non immigrant visas are also restricted in some cases, vacation, study, or work travel could be significantly disrupted, especially for people without currently valid visas. Now, existing visas may still work, right? So these are those with visas issued before the pause will generally be able to travel until those visas expire, unless other restrictions apply. Now, for potential immigrants, right? What is going to happen? You will have longer wait times and higher scrutiny. So even if the applicants who wouldn't normally need public assistance could face new hurdles or extra documentation. Families will continue being separated. So people hoping to join family in the US might have to postpone their plans indefinitely. Now, for the countries involved, so there's a diplomatic strain. So suspensions impacting dozens of nations from Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Europe could hurt bilateral relations as governments respond to disruption for their citizens. Now, the economic and cultural impact. They will have lower number of visitors, students, and workers from these countries, and it could reduce tourism, business ties, and educational change. Now, again, this is breaking news. So the policy is evolving and implementation details, which is like the full country list, exact visa categories affected, may change as the State Department finalizes their procedures. So, it's always good to check the US official US embassy or consulate communications before making travel or immigration plans. So, guys, this is just uh basically disturbing news for a lot of people because it's hard enough to get a visa, uh, you know, and now with these restrictions in place, now it's basically going to seem practically impossible. Now, anyways, please continue to like, share, subscribe to this channel if you want more information like this, and saying a prayer for anyone who may be impacted by these new changes. Keep safe, guys.